Seasons Hotel and Resort is a world-renowned and luxury chain with 82 properties around the world. However, we have yet to establish a strong presence in Latin America. Our goal is to enter the Brazilian market in time for the 2014 World Cup and 2016 Olympic Games. But before doing so, a strong understanding of the environment, competition, along with the potential target market, is vital in developing a successful marketing plan. Brazil is the 5th largest country in the world with a population of 190 million. The location of Brazil makes it a strong South American hub for business, trade, and tourism. It borders the Atlantic Ocean along with many countries such as Uruguay, Argentina, Peru, and Colombia. The legal environment is complex and slow compared to its neighboring countries. It ranks 129 out of 183 of ease of doing business. The economy grew at an annual rate of 4.5% between the years of 2004 and 2007. Brazil's economy is also expected to lead South America out of the recession. Real GDP of Brazil is expected to increase from 2010 to 2011, 3.8 to 4.2. And 12 billion real is already invested into the Rio de Janeiro metropolitan region for the World Cup and Olympic Games, with more than half of it coming from the federal, state, and local government. Tourism is a steadily growing segment. Last year, external tourists brought in $5 billion in revenue. Brazil is the primary destination in South America, with the largest number of tourists coming from Europe. Domestic tourism also plays a big role in Brazil. 51 million domestic tourists traveled throughout the nation in 2005. Four Seasons hotels and resorts have many strong competitors, both global and locally. Two of their main global competitors are the Ritz-Carlton Hotel and the Marriott Hotel. Both are well established with locations worldwide. The Copacabana Palace and the Posada Hotel are also strong competitors, and they're both located in Rio de Janeiro. Both of them are known for their luxurious and traditional service.
We believe that the newfound first-class status of Brazil fits in well with the first-class brand of Four Seasons Hotels and Resorts. By opening a hotel in Rio de Janeiro, we'll aim to fulfill the needs, comforts, and discriminating tastes of all of our guests. And in order to successfully integrate into the current Brazilian patterns of tourism and market our hotel most effectively, we decided to divide our potential target market into two key segments, those being the domestic and international target market. The international target market will likely be comprised of upper-class business and leisure travelers who are familiar with the Four Seasons brand, name, and quality. They've come to expect the best from Four Seasons hotels and resorts around the world, and they're attracted to the hotel's amenities and customized services. A typical Four Seasons international client will likely include a business executive, as well as couples, newlyweds, families, and even cosmetic travelers. The domestic target market will be comprised of upper-class business and leisure travelers who are seeking a Brazilian getaway and ultimate hotel experience. In recent years, Rio de Janeiro has become a capital of both foreign and domestic business, and in fact, the 3 largest Brazilian corporations currently have their headquarters in Rio de Janeiro. Leisure travelers will be seeking to enjoy the best that Rio has to offer. They'll also be looking for a unique 5-star hotel experience in the heart of their own country.
Now, in order for the Four Seasons to open a hotel in Rio de Janeiro, they'll have to have a very sound market entry strategy in place. As you already know, the Four Seasons does not actually own any of the real estate or land their hotels sit on. They solely operate the buildings and structures in these places. They do this by entering strategic alliances with real estate developers and real estate owners. Through these service-based strategic alliances, the real estate developer allows the Four Seasons to totally take over their structure and building and turn it into the world-renowned and magnificent hotels that we've come to expect from Four Seasons. Now, in this service-based strategic alliance, choosing of the partner and real estate developer is key. As we know that there's high demand for property right now in Rio de Janeiro especially, so real estate developers and real estate owners will be very aggressive in pursuing new business contracts. Two of the main partner advantages we'll be looking for here is, of course, the experience and knowledge of the market, but also, and especially, the multinational capability and mindset. One initial front runner in some of our primary research here has been Equity International. They were ahead of the emergence boom in Brazil. They're actively looking for investment, and they already have built some great relationships with multinational companies and done some great projects for firms such as Procter & Gamble and Colgate-Palmolive. Our partner in the strategic alliance will then move forward with some of our next steps and help us with that. The main one being construction. Unfortunately, we won't be able to construct a brand new building here because it takes 400 days in Brazil to get a new construction permit. And it's time sensitivity of our project just doesn't allow for it. So renovating of an apartment, hotel complex, or ideally a cultural landmark would be key. As you see in this picture here, in Budapest, Hungary, we actually renovated a cultural landmark, and it actually became a staple of the Four Seasons brand. So of course, remodeling experience, quick turnaround times, and efficiencies will be some key factors we'll be looking for when looking for a construction firm to work with. Proposals from 5 of the leading Brazilian construction firms will be taken, and a decision will be made accordingly. Secondly, a decision on location is vital here as well, and we'll pin our decision on 3 key factors. One of them being that the location was very well connected by transportation and well connected to the rest of the city of Rio de Janeiro. Secondly, that the location is immersed in Brazilian culture and offers the Brazilian edge to our customers that they'll be expecting. Thirdly, access to financial and business districts that our business travelers will be expecting is key as well. 2 considerations we must take into account here, as Tila said, the Ministry of Tourism and the Brazilian government will be heavily invested in these projects. So evaluation of how much say the government's going to want in these investments is key. And the fact that they could impede on some of Four Seasons' plans needs to be evaluated beforehand, so the Four Seasons can plan accordingly. Secondly, in Brazil, the government is very heavily involved in construction projects. They keep a very close eye and pressure construction companies to strictly comply with licensing, inspections, safety, as well as monitoring firms having the proper contracts. So a rigid vetting plan must be in place to choose a construction firm that knows how to manage the government and move through these possible barriers that could arise.
The brand image of our new location in Rio de Janeiro is consistent with the Four Seasons brand image of their hotels around the world. Specific aspects of the hotel's uniformity include the actual hotel size, which are always big enough to meet the upscale needs of its clients, but small enough to provide personalized service at all times. Guests at the Four Seasons can also expect fitness centers, spa services, no smoking floors, and customized bedding. And the Four Seasons also takes immense pride in its attention to detail, which comes from everything from fresh flowers to premium quality linens and haute cuisine, all of which reflect the superiority of the Four Seasons brand. The location in Rio will be consistent with the Four Seasons brand image globally, but it will also reflect the hotel's style and operations as it relates to Brazil's distinctive culture. Specific elements of culture will include multilingual staff and menu options, as well as Brazilian decor and South American design aesthetic.
Four Seasons Rio de Janeiro will maintain its global reputation of providing guests with hospitality of the finest quality. This is a standardized concept across all Four Seasons hotels and resorts, regardless of location. Four Seasons ensures this high-quality service by adhering to its company's service culture standards, and these standards emphasize the guest as the top priority. Essentially, each and every guest, as it walks through the Four Seasons door, will be treated like royalty. But we also want to incorporate Brazilian culture into our guest stay at the hotel. To do this, we're going to partner with a local restaurant, Restaurantes Antiquarios. This is an upscale restaurant that will provide a taste of local Brazilian cuisine. On our end, partnering with an already established restaurant will help reduce time and costs of during the construction phases of the hotel. We will also offer a variety of standard amenities that include a luxurious pool, state-of-the-art fitness center, affiliate golf course, and as Bridget said, our spa services. Since Four Seasons pioneered the concept of providing spa services in conjunction with hotel stays, we want to make sure that we incorporate this into our Brazilian hotel as well. But we also want to go one step further to culturally adapt these spa services to include traditional Brazilian treatments. Other cultural adaptations also provide accommodations for weddings, large social events, and will have an on-site catering service. Since Brazilian culture is heavily focused around the family, we want to make sure we accommodate to our family guests. This includes providing amenities such as books and toys for children to accommodations for large-scale family events and gatherings. Our employees will be locally hired and trained based on the golden rule: treat others as you wish to be treated. Employees will also receive intensive language training, as it's imperative that our staff be well-versed in a